All right, so here am I. Here I am again. Here I am. Okay. All right. So the past few days have been crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, it has been crazy because I think we were sick and we were very sick. This winter of 2017 has been the most sick winter. I've never experienced so much sickness. My kids have been sick. I've been sick. My husband has been sick. Everybody has been sick in the house, and and it was really really tough. We migrated to this new country. Mm, it has been 2 years, and in these 2 years, so much has happened. We pushed ourselves so much to achieve so much, and I'm grateful that it's happened. But it's all happened at a cost, and it's been too busy. And yeah. So talking about last week, I mean, as days are going, I'm getting more tired because um, honestly, there's so much stress. I'm trying to get my license, and I'm not being able to clear the test, and that is adding to it. And it's so terrible. It's because it's just so silly that, as I can't understand that I'm doing these mistakes. One thing is that I'm coping with myself because I'm no longer the young person, but I'm so full of energy, so full of courage, and I find myself like, of course, I'm aging, and just accepting the fact that things are changing, everything changes, accepting change. And the problem is, it's not about expecting change. The problem is that the what we were taught, the whole media, what we've been told, everything, whether it's people at important positions, our teachers, our parents, our friends, and mainly the media, mainly that. What we've been taught is that life is glamorous, life is awesome. It's like, I feel like, as I age, as I come to know the reality of life, as I leave my youth days behind, I realize that there's so much hype that was there, and it's not true. Things are not as it is. It's not like, it's not, the hype we have created is so much that when reality does not give you that, you suffer. So the basic definition of suffering is your imagination versus reality. When you imagine so much happening to you, and you don't realize that it's not gonna happen. You are a human body. I remember, like now, I remember when I was young, and I always remember when I used to say things, and my mom or my aunt will say, "Oh, you're young now. Your body is so young, so you can think of all that. But when you age, it's gonna be a different story." And they just said that, but they didn't tell us what it is. And obviously, we were foolish enough. I was foolish that I didn't really stop and try to, take that advice. Also, when we saw people suffering, like honestly, I always saw my parents going through so much, in terms of finances. They were so different in their thinking, and they had different ambitions and expectations. And I saw so much of that turmoil, and I'm like, I've decided I'm never going to get married because they were always struggling with finances. We wanted things, they didn't have the money. They tried to explain it to us. Sometimes we understood, sometimes we gave them a tough time. Most of the times we gave them a tough time. We grew up sometimes always being compared. They didn't compare us, but we compared ourselves to our friends and what our friends had, and we always felt like, oh, they're not doing a good job. And now when I've become a parent, I know how tough it is to do that. I mean, it's tough, and it's difficult sometimes to explain to children, because what would you explain to a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old? But they see the world they see is so fake. I mean, there are people who are so fake, and you can't help it. I mean, this is a world. There's all sorts of people. Everybody is there. I mean, and everybody's thinking. Everybody has a right to think the way they are you know. And so everybody has a right to think according to their conditioning, and there's no right and wrong. And then it's so difficult to survive, but it's so difficult when there's so much of external pressure, there's so much of external falsehood. And especially the ads, I mean, even the toys, I mean, look at the toys they make for girls, the toys they make for boys. It's pathetic, I mean, it's horrible, you know, it's really, really horrible. And I really find that, you know, who on earth would make a gun as a toy for a child? Look at the superheroes they have. I mean, and then look at the girls. They just, it's like they have to look pretty. They have to, you know, have beautiful golden long silky hair. Look at all the shampoo ads. I mean, come on, give me a break. It's a shampoo to just clean your hair, not like, oh, it's this and that, and make it fluffy, make it straight, make it golden, make it beautiful. And we all fell to that, and we all are falling to that. And I hate when our children fall to it. And now I know the pain when our parents try to explain to us. And then now I feel their pain, because we were like, oh, they are such spoiled sports. I always thought they are spoiled sports, and they're not letting me have the fun. And now I know I'm in the same position. It's karma coming back to me, and now I know how it feels. And I feel that the media has made life of parents so difficult. Marketing has made life of parents so difficult. Relationships, okay? I mean, come on, give me a break. Everybody knows that after marriage, things change. The husband is constantly working to pay the bills. He's frustrated paying so many bills. It's water bill, electricity bill, internet bill, house rent or mortgage, insurances, car maintenance, petrol, food, clothing, shelter. The list is just endless. We human beings require so much just to live a life of suffering. And we've made cells for ourselves, and we're just cleaning this whole DNA. I mean, there has to be another way of living. It can't go on like that. I mean, I really love the song of Katy Perry, where she, you know, we're all chained to the rhythm. I just love it, because I feel that's what it is. Every single day we wake up with the sound of the alarm clock, and the day ends, we put on the alarm clock, and our just day continues on, and we're just suffering because what we've been taught was not all wrong, but it was not that we can use right now. Especially in school, we studied. They never told us how to be happy in school. They never told us how to manage our emotions in school. They didn't tell us how our body will change. Come on, they need to tell us our bodies are going to change one day. They need to talk about the realities in school, not just things. And of course, that was the job of a parent to do that, but it's very difficult because every parent teaches their child differently. And sometimes so conditioned by religion. And why I am feeling it, because I feel we waste so much time to overcome that depression. Like, why is this happening to me? We all are facing so much of mental depression, and we don't know why we are facing this mental depression. That's because we did not know what was reality. If we knew this is the reality, we wouldn't have felt bad. But we all feel that, oh, reality is so glamorous. There's going to be romance in the air. There are going to be candlelight dinners. The house is going to be getting cleaned automatically. The bills are going to be paid. When we get married, we really don't know that there is so much work. And life is not all perfect and beautiful, and by the age of, I'm 38 now, and by the age of 38 I realized it, and I'm like, it's difficult, but and everybody fakes it. The problem is with Facebook and with all those things, people just are faking it so much. Like, everybody loves to fake it. And I'm making this video basically for my children, that I want them to know that Most of the things they see in the world are fake. Okay, it's okay to feel lonely and depressed. It's okay because everybody feels that way. What is important is that you don't quit. What is important is that you don't feel victimized. What is very important is you understand what's happening to you. What's very important is that you make your life peaceful and happy, uh, um, and not feel victimized. I mean, the last 4 5 days I was so super depressed. I didn't sleep for the 2 nights. I was sick, and I didn't want to live anymore. And oh, I mean, it if only I knew that, having kids was so difficult and managing the house was so difficult, and coming to a new country, leaving your own country, leaving your own family was so difficult. Only if I knew, I would have probably not done all these things. And but it's, of course, I can't say that I wish I knew. I mean, if nobody's life is easy, but the problem is I could have planned it better. I could have suffered less. I could have, it could have been easier if I was equipped with the right thinking, and I was equipped to see the difference between false and truth. I didn't have to suffer so much to see the truth, and so I really don't want my children to suffer. And I hope I can put this in a right way. My point is that suffering is caused because we have expectations which are different from what reality is. And how do we build these expectations? Our expectations are a product of what is fed to us through marketing, advertisements, media, wrong philosophies. All this is fed to us, and uh, whereas the reality is completely different. Completely different.